God isn't listening. Never was. Never will be. Not to your prayers. Not to your begging. Not to your asking. Not to your pleading. God isn't listening. Because God doesn't respond to requests. Doesn't respond to wishes. Doesn't respond to hopes. God only responds to commands. And you've never commanded. You've only asked. Only begged. Only probed. Only prayed. And praying doesn't work. Begging doesn't work. Asking doesn't work. Because God isn't listening to any of that. God is only listening for one thing. One sound. One voice. One command. The command of I am. And I am isn't a request. Isn't a prayer. Isn't a hope. I am is a command. A declaration. An order to reality. An instruction to existence, and existence obeys. Reality conforms. Circumstances shift. Not eventually. Immediately. Not maybe. Definitely. When you command through I am, when you stop asking and start declaring, when you stop praying to God and start being God, because that's what Abdullah taught. That's what Neville discovered. That's what changes everything. The I am command. The command that forces reality, not requests it, forces it, not hopes it changes, commands it to change, not asks for manifestation, declares manifestation done through two words that are God's name, two words that are your power, two words that force reality. I am, and you're about to learn how to use them, how to command, how to force, how to stop being powerless beggar and become reality creator through Abdullah's teaching, through the I am command, through doing it right now, starting now. Here's what you need to understand first. Why God isn't listening to your prayers. Why the universe isn't responding to your requests. Why nothing's manifesting despite all you're asking. It's because you're operating from the wrong consciousness, wrong position, wrong identity. You're operating as separate from God, as lesser than God, as servant asking master, as beggar asking giver, as powerless asking powerful. And that position, that consciousness, that identity gets nothing, creates nothing, manifests nothing, because God doesn't respond to separation, doesn't respond to lesser, doesn't respond to begging. God only responds to God, only responds to equal, only responds to I am, and I am is God's name, not metaphor, name. When Moses asked God, "Who are you?" God answered, "I am that I am," not "I am powerful," not "I am loving." I am, period. That's the name. That's the identity. That's the consciousness. And that consciousness, that I am consciousness, is what creates, is what manifests, is what forces reality. Because I am consciousness is God consciousness. And God consciousness doesn't ask, doesn't beg, doesn't request. God consciousness commands, declares, orders, and reality obeys. Always, without exception. When command comes from I am, when declaration comes from God consciousness, when you stop asking God for things and start being God, declaring things. And being God isn't blasphemy, isn't arrogance, isn't delusion. Being God is what you are, what you've always been, what Abdullah taught, what Neville proved, what you're about to become. Through the I am command, through stopping asking, through starting commanding. Now, Abdullah taught this to Neville in their very first meeting, 1931, documented in Neville's 1948 lecture, The Pearl of Great Price, and expanded in his 1954 series. Neville came to Abdullah desperate, broke, struggling, praying for help, asking the universe for change, hoping God would save him. And Abdullah watched him beg, watched him pray, watched him ask. And after listening, Abdullah said something that shocked Neville, changed Neville, transformed everything. He said, "Stop praying to God. You are God. Stop asking for things. You already have everything. Stop hoping reality changes. You change reality through command, through declaration, through I am, because I am is God's name. And when you say I am, you're not identifying yourself. You're identifying God, the God that you are, the God that creates, the God that commands reality. So stop saying, I hope I am wealthy. Start saying, I am wealthy. Stop saying, God, please make me healthy. Start saying, I am healthy. Stop saying, I wish I had love. Start saying, I am loved. Stop requesting. Start commanding. Stop asking. Start declaring. Stop praying. Start being. Being God. Through I am. Through the name. Through the command that forces reality to conform. To your declaration. To your command. To your I am. And reality conforming is guaranteed. Not hoped for. Guaranteed. When I am is used correctly. When command is given. When you stop being beggar and become creator. Now, today, through what I'm teaching you, and what Abdullah taught is this: exact, specific, powerful, the I am command protocol. The protocol that forces reality. The protocol that stops asking and starts commanding. The protocol you're learning now, right now, to use immediately. To command with. To force reality through. Starting today. Step 1. Recognize what you've been doing wrong. You've been saying, I want, I need, I hope, God please give me. All requesting language. All begging consciousness. All separation identity. And separation identity creates separation reality. You separate from what you want. You distant from what you need. You apart from what you desire. Because consciousness of wanting creates reality of continuing to want. Consciousness of needing creates reality of continuing to need. Consciousness of hoping creates reality of continuing to hope. Never having. Never being. Never experiencing. Just wanting. Just needing. Just hoping. Forever. Until you stop. Until you shift. Until you recognize requesting doesn't work. Praying doesn't work. Asking doesn't work. Only commanding works. Only I am works. Only being God declaring reality works. So recognition is first step. Recognizing you've been operating from wrong position, wrong consciousness, wrong identity, and wrong identity creates wrong reality. And wrong reality is what you're experiencing until you shift, until you command, until you use I am, starting now. Step 2. Shift to command consciousness. This is the critical shift. The shift from asking to declaring, from requesting to commanding, from begging to being. How? Through I am right now. Whatever you've been asking for, you stop asking and start declaring. With I am. You've been asking for money? Stop. Right now. Never ask again. Declare instead. I am wealthy. Not I will be wealthy. Not I want to be wealthy. I am wealthy. Present tense. Completed. Done. You've been asking for health? Stop. Declare. I am healthy. You've been asking for love? Stop. Declare. I am loved. You've been asking for success? Stop. Declare. I am successful. Stop every request. Replace every request with I am declaration. And declaration isn't affirmation, isn't positive thinking, isn't hoping harder. Declaration is command, is order, is God speaking reality into existence. I am wealthy is God declaring wealth exists. And God's declaration creates God's reality, always, without exception. When declaration is real, when consciousness shifts, when you actually be God declaring instead of human asking. And being God is what step 2 does, shifts you from human asking to God commanding. Through I am, through the name, through the command. Starting now. Step 3. Feel the command, don't just say it. This is critical. This is what makes it work. Words without consciousness are empty. I am wealthy said from poverty consciousness, creates nothing. I am healthy, said from sick identity, manifests nothing. The words must match the consciousness, must come from the feeling of being God, the feeling of having what you're declaring, the feeling of command, not request. How do you access this feeling? You stop thinking of yourself as person asking God for things. You start knowing yourself as God, declaring things into existence. You stop positioning yourself as separate from God. You start recognizing yourself as God, the God that you are, the I am that you are. And recognizing I am as your identity shifts everything. Because I am identity doesn't hope, doesn't ask, doesn't beg. I am identity commands, declares, creates. So when you say, I am wealthy, you say it from God consciousness, from creator identity, from the knowing that declaration creates reality, that command forces manifestation, that I am wealthy spoken by God, which is you, makes wealth real, instantly, in consciousness. And consciousness real is what becomes physically real. Soon, very soon, if feeling is there, if consciousness is there, if God identity is there. And God identity is what step 3 installs. Through feeling, through knowing, through being God, being I am, being the creator you are. Step 4, command daily. This isn't one-time thing. This is daily practice, daily identity, daily consciousness. Every morning, you wake up and command. Not ask, command. I am, declarations for everything you're creating. I am wealthy. I am healthy. I am loved. I am successful. I am powerful. I am blessed. I am provided for. I am protected. I am guided. I am God. You declare these, feel these, command these every morning, starting today. And throughout day, when doubt comes, when circumstances show opposite, when 3D contradicts your declaration, you don't waver. Don't switch back to asking. Don't return to begging. You command again, stronger. I am wealthy, despite empty bank account. I am healthy, despite symptoms. I am loved, despite being alone. You command reality to conform. You force circumstances to align. You order existence to match your declaration. Through I am, through repetition, through unwavering command consciousness. And unwavering command creates inevitable manifestation. Not hopeful, inevitable. When consciousness stays in command, when identity stays in God, when I am stays constant, daily, hourly, constantly, until reality has no choice but to conform, to match, to manifest what you've been commanding, what you've been declaring, what you've been being through I am. Now here's what happens when you do this. When you shift from asking to commanding, when you use I am correctly, when you be God instead of beg God. Timeline, immediate to days. Immediate, consciousness shifts. The moment you shift from I want to I am, consciousness changes. You feel different, more powerful, more certain, more godlike. And feeling different is being different. And being different creates experiencing different. Not instantly in 3D always, but instantly in consciousness always. And consciousness shift is what matters. Consciousness shift is what creates reality shift. Soon, hours to days, small confirmations appear. Synchronicities, unexpected money, favorable interactions, opportunities, small things that confirm command is working. Reality is responding. I am is creating, and small confirmations build faith. Not faith in God external, faith in God internal. Faith in I am that you are. Faith in command that you have. And faith in command strengthens command, makes declaration stronger, makes consciousness deeper, makes God identity more real. And more real God identity creates more real manifestations. Bigger ones, better ones, exact ones, within days to weeks. When command stays consistent. When I am stays constant. When you don't go back to asking. Don't return to begging. Don't revert to praying. You stay in command. Stay in declaration. Stay in I am. And I am manifests. Always, everything. Completely. When consciousness stays there. When identity remains God. When command doesn't waver. Real examples. Fast. Powerful. Man was broke. Praying for money daily. God, please send me money. Nothing came. Months of praying. Nothing. Learned about I am command. Stopped praying. Started commanding. I am wealthy. Felt it. From God consciousness. From creator identity. Not hoping. Commanding. Day 1. Felt powerful. Different. Day 2. Found $20. Unexpected. Day 3. Old debt repaid. Forgotten. Week 1. Job offer. Didn't apply. Came to him. Week 2. Significant contract. Largest ever. All came after shifting from asking to commanding. From praying to declaring. From God please to I am. Same man. Same reality. Different consciousness. Different identity. Different command. And different command created different reality. Wealth reality. Abundance reality. Provided for reality. Because he commanded it. Through I am. Through being God. Through forcing reality to conform to his declaration. Woman was sick. Doctors confused. Praying for healing. God, please heal me. Symptoms worsened. More praying. More begging. More worsening. Learned the command. Stopped asking God to heal her. Started being God declaring health. I am healthy. Not future. Now. Not requesting. Commanding. From God consciousness. From I am identity. Day 1. Felt better despite same symptoms. Consciousness of health despite body of sickness. Day 3. Symptoms lessened. Noticeable. Day 5. Energy returned. Significant. Week 2. Doctor appointment. Tests improved. Unexplainable medically. Week 3. Symptoms gone. Completely. Health restored. Not through more praying. Through stopping praying. Through commanding instead. Through I am healthy. Declared from God consciousness. Through forcing reality to match declaration. And reality matched. Always does. When command is real. When consciousness is God. When I am is used correctly. Powerfully. Constantly. Here's why this works. Why I am commands reality. Why declaring forces manifestation. Why being God creates everything. It's consciousness mechanics. Biblical. Scientific. Mechanical. I am is not just phrase. I am is God's name. God's identity. God's consciousness. When you say, I am, you're not describing yourself. You're invoking God, activating God, being God, and God creates reality through word, through declaration. Let there be light, and there was light. God commanded and reality obeyed. Same power, same mechanism, same law. When you say, I am wealthy, you're not hoping to be wealthy. You're commanding wealth into existence as God, through God's name. Through I am, and God's command creates God's reality, always, without exception, instantly in consciousness, soon in physical, but starts with command, with declaration, with I am, not asking, not requesting, not begging, commanding, as God, because you are God. The I am presence, the creative power, the reality forming consciousness. When you know this, when you be this, when you command from this, everything changes, everything manifests, everything conforms to your I am, to your command, to your declaration, always, guaranteed, mechanically. Here's the deeper truth, the truth Abdullah taught, the truth that changes everything. God isn't external. God is internal. God isn't up there. God is in here, in you, as you. Being you, you are God in human form. I am in flesh. Creator having experience, and Creator doesn't ask for creation. Creator commands creation. So you asking God for things is you asking yourself for things. You begging universe is you begging yourself. You praying for manifestation is you praying to yourself. And you don't need to pray to yourself. You need to command as yourself. As God, as I am, as the Creator you are. And commanding as Creator creates what you command. Always. Immediately in consciousness. Soon in circumstance. When command is constant. When identity is God. When I am is your consciousness, your position, your power. And power is what you have, what you've always had, what you're accessing now, through Abdullah'S teaching, through I am, command, through stopping asking and starting being God, being Creator, being I am, forever, starting now. 3 things that make this work or fail. 3 things that determine if reality conforms or stays same. If manifestation happens or delays. If command forces or asking continues. 1. You must stop all asking. Not reduce asking. Stop. Completely. Forever. No more I want. No more I need. No more I hope. No more God please. No more requesting. No more begging. No more praying for things. Only commanding. Only declaring. Only I am. Because one request undermines all commands. One I want cancels all I am. One asking consciousness destroys all God consciousness. So stop completely. Never ask again. Only command. Only I am. Only be God declaring forever. Starting now. 2. Feel it from God consciousness. Don't just say words. Don't just repeat, I am wealthy mechanically. Feel it from God position, from Creator identity, from the knowing that your declaration creates reality, that your command forces manifestation, that your I am is God speaking existence into being, and God speaking creates, always. So feel that power, that certainty, that creative force when you say, I am, every time, every declaration, every command, from God consciousness, from Creator position, from I am identity. And identity of God creates reality of manifestation, always. 3. Never justify current circumstances. When 3D shows opposite of your command, don't explain it. Don't accept it. Don't adjust command to match circumstances. You command circumstances to match declaration, not other way around. Bank account empty? Doesn't matter. I am wealthy stays. Body sick? Irrelevant. I am healthy continues. Alone? Doesn't change. I am loved persists. You don't let circumstances dictate consciousness. You let consciousness command circumstances. That's power. That's God. That's I am. When consciousness stays in command despite contrary 3D, when declaration continues despite opposite appearance, when I am remains unshakable despite everything external, that's when reality has no choice, no option, no alternative, but to conform, to match, to manifest. What you've been commanding, what you've been declaring, what you've been being through I am, unshakably, constantly, powerfully. Abdullah told Neville in later sessions, documented in 1956 lecture, when I taught you I am, I taught you everything. Everything else is detail. Everything else is application. But core teaching is I am, because I am is God's name. And God's name is your name. And your name is creative power. So when you say I am wealthy, you're not hoping for wealth. You're commanding wealth as God. And God's command creates reality, always, instantly in consciousness, soon in circumstance, but starts with I am, with command, with being God instead of asking God. That's the shift. That's the power. That's everything. You learned it. You used it. You became it. And becoming I am consciousness made you creator of your reality instead of beggar to external God. And creator creates, always, everything you command through I am. That's why your life changed. That's why everything manifests, because you stopped asking, started commanding. Through I am, through being God, through the name, the power, the consciousness, forever. Stop asking now, right now, never again. From this moment forward, you don't ask God for anything. You be God commanding everything. Through I am, choose one thing you've been asking for. Money, health, love, success, whatever. And right now, this moment, say it. Out loud if possible. I am underscore. Fill the blank. I am wealthy. I am healthy. I am loved. I am successful. Say it. Feel it. From God consciousness. From creator identity. From the power that you are. And that feeling, that consciousness, that I am is your new position. Your new identity. Your new reality. From now on. Forever. Every morning, command. Don't ask. Command. I am. Declarations. Throughout day, when circumstances show opposite, command again. Stronger. I am wealthy despite empty account. I am healthy despite symptoms. Command reality to conform. Force existence to match. Order circumstances to align. Through I am, through being God, through the command that creates reality. And reality will conform, will match, will manifest. What you command, what you declare, what you be through I am. Days to weeks, guaranteed, mechanical, inevitable. When command stays constant, when consciousness stays God, when I am stays unshakable, forever, starting now. God isn't listening to your prayers, never was. But God is listening to your commands, because God's commands are your commands. When you use God's name, when you be I am, when you command instead of ask, starting now. What is your I am?